Hello lovely people, time for another collection update. I have like 9 CDs or so to show you. So I just do another video before the next bunch comes in, and it all gets stuck up. You don't feel like making videos for 40 minutes, so let's do this. I'll see how long this will and how much I will ramble. First one up is a reissue from a trash crossover classic. Actually, this is a 30 years anniversary. Method of Destruction, or M.O.D. Yeah, classic album, U.S.A. for M.O.D. First album from this band. This band formed after the kind of hiatus of S.O.D, where Scott Ian from Anthrax, Charlie Benento from Anthrax, Dan Lilke was in there, and of course Billy Milano, which he formed this band. And yeah, it just went off further where S.O.D stopped actually, because the guys got more active with other bands. Dan Lilke formed Nuclear Assault, and the other two guys of course went along with Anthrax. But yeah, fast crossover trash is what you get, with a lot of dark humor, critical lyrics. Yeah, really Billy Milano has a different weird kind of humor. Sometimes I like it and sometimes it's kind of cringy, but overall I really enjoyed this album, and it's really good. Crossover thrash, fast pumping stuff here and there, a bit mid-tempo and then faster. A lot of songs on here. They're like, how many songs on here? 23 or something. You guys can see how many songs there are on there, and some songs are pretty critical, and that's what you can expect with an album cover like this. But it's a reissue. Original was released in '87. Do I say that right? And this is of course a reissue done in not so long ago, probably 2017 or so, which was a 30 years anniversary. This is a simple DT sleeve, but I came to accept the fact that it's going like this in the future. I prefer dual cases, but hey, they are much easier to replace if something is broken. But environment wise I can understand, and these sleeves are a bit thinner, so I can file more albums in my collection if I want to. But yeah, but nowadays a lot of the regular hard rock heavy metal I store here without jewel case and keep the jewel case somewhere else, and I put them in plastic sleeves like this. So they keep in good condition, but I have a bit more space. So here are the other releases from the band, and here is the other side. So, but yeah, awesome release, people. If you haven't heard this yet and you like your thrash crossover music, thrash crossover with hardcore influences, yeah, really good stuff. Fast, furious, hilarious, and that's how you can describe this. Here's the CD. And yeah, good stuff, people. Go check it out if you haven't heard it yet. This is definitely classic in their discography, in thrash in general. They have a couple more albums that are worth picking up, but this is definitely one you must have. Really good stuff. M.O.D, Method of Destruction. Good stuff. Billy Milano and his gang. Milano. Next up, a live album I finally picked up from Cradle of Filth. Trouble and Their Double Lives, I think it's called, yes. Released in 2023, I think, yeah, 2023 on Napalm Records. This is a live album they did. I recorded in the U.S.A, if I'm not mistaken. If I don't know, could be wrong there. But this is with still Lindsay Schoolcraft was behind the keyboards. They have now another female keyboardist. But anyways, fantastic live recording, people. Danny Filth gets a lot of critical acclaims about his voice, and I don't understand why the high shriek is a lot of trouble for a lot of people. I can understand that, but it's yeah, kind of a And not a lot of people scream like him. Let's put it like there are only a few that does that really weird squeaks. And yeah, on this live album, most of the time he pulled it off. Here and there was some moments I think, not really completely. But overall, he does a great performance on this one. The musicianship on this album is fantastic as well. They have a steady band. Their drummer is Martus, I think. He's with them for a long time, and he's really steady, a hard worker behind the drum kit. The guitar player you have now as well is really good, and yeah, you definitely can tell that becoming a steady band here now, and that's really great. Great artwork as well as most of the times this band has. Next to the live recordings, there are also 2 studio tracks on there, which are new tracks. She's a Fire and what's the other one? Demon, no, what? Demon something. Let me see if I can read it better in the other place. Demon Prince Regent is the other one. Kind of weirdly placed on the album. The first track I don't mind. It's on the first track on the CD. The second one is on the first track on the second CD. I wonder, it's why didn't you put that track after She's a Fire? Just the first 2 tracks and then doing the live album. But that's my opinion. But for me, it feels like it's an little disturbance for the flow of the live album. It's already 2 discs, and then you know, when you are in that flow of those live songs and you put on the second disc, you get a studio track. I found that quite annoying actually, but yeah, that's a choice they made. But yeah, studio track wise, it are nice recordings, good songs, especially the first one. I really enjoyed that. So not bad tracks, but I found the place that the second track was on the album. I would put it on a different place, like right after the first one, or they have shoot the pull the 2 tracks on the back of the end of the CD. That also could be an option. But yeah, like this, it was, yeah. You know what I mean, probably. If you are in a certain mood for something and you get interrupted, it also comes in real life. If you're listening to an album with headphones on and you're really into the album, and then you get disturbed by someone who's coming in, and you know what I mean. That's also the same, kind of the same idea. 2 discs, one is here, the other one is there. I think I need to still need to play. Yeah, there are some. I think this one doesn't have a thing yet, so I need to get an Naga sleeve around that. But this one I did actually. So somehow I forgot the other one, so I'm gonna do that next. But fantastic album overall, good live recording, and I was not really disappointed. It's overall I was really enjoying listening to it. So it's not the biggest problem in the world, but I would have done it differently actually myself. So that's the thing I have with this recording. Definitely worth owning if you're a Cradle of Filth fan. This is definitely, especially if you want to have the 2 new tracks. Those are not on an album or something. So yeah, only on here. So it's a nice reason to buy this recording, I think. So Cradle of Filth with their live album. Then of course I finally bought the album Scorched by Overkill from 2023. It's been a while. I was actually waiting on Paul DeVito to finish his contest when he was wanting to give away this one, and I participated, a bunch of other people, but I think Paul DeVito doesn't make any videos anymore somehow. He never came back to the contest, so you know, last year if I just give it up. I think that contest is already 2 years ago or something. And I gave up on that contest actually, and decided, you know, one day I'm gonna pick up the album myself, and I did, because I really enjoy this album. It's diverse, it's fresh, but it has different moments on there, but it still has that pumping fresh feel. I think Fever is a bit of slower song, or I think it is that one. But overall, it's really a nice listen. I really enjoyed it. great release. Probably waiting on the new album, but we'll see. I have a bunch of albums, but I'm not every album. I'm not as big a fan as Ron Haggerty is, for example. He has all the albums on vinyl. I'm not for it. I have a couple of albums on CD and a couple on vinyl. I don't have them all, but I really enjoy this band though. Good stuff. Here is the singer. Here is another member, lyrics and things. And, you know, it's well taken care of. I think this is Nuclear Blast, is it? Yeah, Nuclear Blast. So, but yeah, overall, really good thrash album. If you like Overkill, then it is a no-brainer to buy. You know, it's really good stuff. Go check it out if you haven't done so already. But I highly doubt it. After 2 years, probably most of you thrashers have this album in your collection. This is not on vinyl and on CD. So yeah, but I'm happy to have finally this in my collection. It's been a while. I have listened to it as well actually, so I was happy to listen to it again. Next up is a really cheap buy online by Hammerheart, I think. Yeah, Hammerheart. The newest album from Abramalin. Old school, brutally sounding. Yeah, death metal. This is a band from Australia. Released an album in the 90s, and then not a lot anymore until like 2016 or 17 or somewhere in there. They came back and recorded a couple more albums, and this is the newest one, Sins of the Father. Sorry for the gory artwork, by the way. So if you are a minor, I don't know if you want to watch it, but yeah, really good stuff, people. Good death metal, raw deep vocals, rough sounding death metal, but good quality recording. Definitely can't go wrong here if you like your death metal. Comparisons, I don't know, guys. Just listen to it and enjoy it. It's really nice, and a good deal on Hammerheart as well. It's not really expensive. Hammerheart is not a label that tend to make their releases be very expensive, and most of the time they even price down. After a year they price down that whole bunch of CDs and vinyl to get rid of them somehow to make room for new releases. But this is really nice slipcase around it. Good stuff, and the slipcase is not the same as the shaped album cover. Sometimes see it as well. They go for the easy route, you know, but they make some effort to it. Good booklet, good nice sound recording, good looking CD, nice, good to have in my collection. And this is, I think, the second album I have from these guys. I still need to pick up the first one. That one is really interesting to have, but that one is expensive, and hopefully Hammerheart decides to reissue that one. That would be awesome. Also another reissue. This is a reissue. Talking about reissues, of course, this is Trouble with Psalm 9. This is the reissue they did a couple of years ago. Really nice slipcase, a bit shiny one. Here is the regular album cover, a bit less shiny. Trouble, doom metal, heavy doom metal from the U.S. This is the band's first album, originally from '87, I think. Do I say that right? I don't know. And the next one, album, of course, this girl is also worth recommending next to this one. But really good stuff. Slow riffing, reminding a bit of Black Sabbath and things like that. If you like Cannibals, Black Sabbath and everything kind of deal, then you will dig this. Here there's some religious subjects as well, so you deal with that. But awesome band, guys. It's a really good stuff. Great vocals and good riffing. Yeah, I really enjoy this album, and this is the second time I have this album actually. I had an older pressing, but that one got a bit in trouble with spinning somehow. There was kind of a scratch or something going on, and he just went over the track, tick, you know what I mean. So I had to buy a new copy, and yeah, there's a cheap copy, but I'm happy to have it. Good stuff. Trouble with Psalm 9. Let's see. Yeah, two things I bought at Farrier World Utrecht. First one I saw was this one, Danzig with free How the Gods Kill third release by old Misfits singer Glenn Danzig. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's also a bit Sabbathy, Black Sabbathy feel to it, but then a bit different, a bit of rock and roll feel, hard rock heavy metal feel. Yeah, I can't really describe it. His vocals are always interesting and different. Where they had that with the Misfits, and yeah, just continue the vocal wise. Yeah, really great. Second full length I have. I also have an EP from this band. Yeah, really interesting band. Definitely check out more from them. I always saw the albums in the magazines, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So in the end, so yeah, this is really nice artwork, by the way. It's from H.R. Geiger, the artist. Is really nice artwork, and yeah, it's really cool that he could use it for this album. Kind of an alien-y looking artwork, really cool. And the back, of course, the band picture and lyrics, and just a full out booklet. But really good stuff. CD is here. So go check it out, people, if you haven't heard this one yet. Yeah, really good album. A lot of people yeah, praise the first album. Of course, that is one of my favorites as well, but I really enjoyed this one as well. Good stuff. Danzig. Also bought an album from Halen for really cheap. Fair warning, their 81 album, I think. Do I say that right? Yeah, 1981. A joyful album. The old lineup was David Lee Roth, David Lee Roth, Eddie Van Halen, Alex Van Halen, and of course Michael Anthony, not Sammy Hagar, Mark. That's a different era. Almost dropped it there. You know, it's interesting. It's a good album. Here and there I found it's a bit samey, but overall I really enjoyed it. There are some good tracks on here. Mean Street is nice. Sinner Swing, Unchanged is a good song. Yeah, really nice album though. Yeah, just go check it out if you haven't heard this one. This is not an album that is mentioned a lot. If you talk about the David Lee Roth album, the first two albums come to mind, of course, and 1984. Those are the classics, definitely. But this is really nice to listen to. Women, Children First are also nice. The really gripe down in the Lee Roth era is, of course, for me, is Diver Down. The first four songs are okay, and later on the album dives down a lot, like Diver Down, you know. That's the album I like the least, so if I would rank that. So anyways, this is a nice listen. It was a while I've heard it, so it was oh yeah, you know, it's yeah, a thing that it brings back memories. I had this on tape back in the day. I taped it for my brother. He had this also on cassette tape, I think, but then original cassette, if you know what I mean. So I had a double deck back in the day, so I taped it. But yeah, really nice. I find it to have nice to have a CD copy. I think this is one of the last early era Van Halen albums that I needed to grab. I only need Diver Down, but I don't know if I want that per se in my collection. So anyways, fair warning. Then we go to different territory. This is some technical death metal from Germany. Yes, something completely different. This is Obscenity with what is this called? A Sonication, and this was released in 2023, I think, a couple years back. One of the latest releases from this band. Fantastic album, guys. Released on Nuclear Blast. Like I said, technical death metal. One or two of the ex-members from Necrophagus started this band, and it's really good stuff. Good technical. I think only one member is left from that original lineup. They have released a bunch of albums though, so the lineup changed a bit, but overall that one guy is still in there, and he has a bunch of great musicians around him, and you definitely can tell the musicality is really nice on this one. And yeah, fantastic. It's brutal, it's fast, it's technical, it has great melodies, and vocals are on point. You know, it can't go wrong if you like that kind of stuff. Really, really awesome album. Let's see, I can get the booklet out. Yes, I can. One of the members, and there are more members and lyrics and things like that, as always, people. But great German band, guys. If you haven't checked this band out yet, I still need to pick up more albums from them, but I somehow other albums got in earlier than this band's album, so I need to change that, because musical wise is phenomenal. So yeah, I need to dive my toe a bit deeper into the pool that is Obscura. Yeah, go check out this band Obscura with a Sonication. Great stuff. And the last one is not actually a reissue, it's a re-recording actually, and this is Sigh with I Saw the World's End, Hangman's Hymn 2025. So this is the re-recording of the 2007 album, the Hangman's Hymn. Was it really necessary to re-record that album? In one way, no. On the other hand, I listened a bit back to the old version and compared it with this one. This one sounds way thicker, way fatter, more full. The old album is definitely, especially guitar wise, and it's pretty thin, and I think there are some details lost as well in the recording when you hear this one. That might add some things to it, I don't know, but it's a different lineup I think as well. But for me, this has the preference above the old recording most of the time, and when a band does that, it loses a bit of essence and that feel of around that era. But I didn't have that connection with that old version, so I haven't heard that old version a lot as well. So for me, this is the better one of the two. It's more complete, more all round, more, like I said, more better produced, better mixed, and yeah, they definitely upgraded the sound a bit with this one. If you're not familiar with Sigh though, I have to explain, of course. This is a long running band, started as a second wave black metal band, but went way beyond that with the next albums. They went more avant-garde, more progressive, experiment with other things, other genres, heavy metal, progressive metal, even there's some electronics even. They had a saxophone at a certain point as well. The girl is still do in here who does that actually. So they definitely did something different to the black metal. You definitely can call this avant-garde black metal, I think. Band from Japan. I don't know if I have mentioned that. Mirai is the big man behind this whole band. It's his band. He is the vocalist, bass player, and does some other instruments as well. But yeah, fantastic, great bands. I have got multiple albums from this, and I always enjoy coming back to this band. It doesn't matter which era I listen to, I always find something interesting in the discography, and it's a fantastic re-recording. I'm really happy I got this. This is the 2025 album. You could put this. This is the newest one. Yes. But yeah, fantastic re-recording. Love the artwork as well. Here are the members. It's a 3-piece, as you guys can see. Here's the female vocalist and saxophone player. Here is Mirai, and this guy doing guitars, I think. Also is it for the band now, but at the band for a while now. So yeah, it's getting a steady 3-piece. Overall, really taking care of artwork, and yeah, sound wise I really enjoyed this one. It's to me, I enjoy this version more than the old version. If I had to compare, of course, the old version has its aesthetics, and if you are, you know, more affiliated with the old recording, you might think, why was it necessary? But for me, this was an upgrade. So yeah, other people could think different wise. So make your own opinion. Just listen to this album and the old version and make your own decision if you want to have the old version of this one. I would like to have both though. I don't have the old recording. I listened to that online. Sadly, I had to do it like that, but someday I might pick it up still, you know, just to complete the collection and also yeah, get me more affiliated with it. But it's a good stuff. I really enjoy it. Released on Peaceville Records, and yeah, really nice artwork as well. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, people. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I will leave the album names in the description in case you think I want to check that stuff out. Please do so, because that's why I do it, to give you guys some new music ideas to listen to. That's it for now. We'll do more videos, don't worry, I will be back. And I hope you have a fantastic week, fantastic day, whatever how long it takes you to get back to my channel. Hopefully fast enough, because I'll still make videos for myself entertainment, but also get all these bands out there. If you like what you saw, don't forget to give a thumbs up, or share the video, or give a like. Like I said, thumbs up is a like. And be subscribed. Definitely look forward to your subscription. Like I said, go check them out. See you guys next time, next video. Cheers.